Hello folks and welcome back to Mindustry. In our last episode we went through and captured this little guy right here, which is 107, which is vulnerable, and now we have two sectors under attack, not one but two. We have sector 226, which was under attack before, and it looks like it's going to survive that. And then we also have our nuclear production complex, which is constantly under attack, but it's going to survive, so we're going to ignore it. We're going to go back in here to sector 7 because this place is rich. It has tons of stuff, and I want to do things with that stuff so that we can actually kind of start to take advantage of some of this works. So we're going to have to do a little work here because as we know, we covered up some of this big coal area here, and there was a secondary coal area somewhere around here that we need to go through and figure out exactly what we would like to do with it. There's huge coal areas up here, more coal areas over here, so we have a lot of stuff we can do with coal if we would like to. The big question comes in is, do we want to go the route of simple stuff, which is our silicon smelter, or do we want to go the more complicated route and get the crucible? In order to do that, we need pyrite. And for pyrite, because I don't really build it all that much, I totally forget what it needs. Where are we at? Pyrite mixer. Oh my goodness. And I know, I've gotten comments, I know I should learn the shortcuts, I just don't. It's coal, lead, and sand. So not a big deal for most of this map. Actually, should be a pretty easy one to do if we would like. So we have sand, we have coal, we have lead. I think we're going to build a couple of those. And then we can kind of figure out what exactly we're doing beyond that here, hopefully shortly. But let's go in and get our base stuff set up. So we're going to have that one there. So we have water very close, so that's a good thing. We can feed water in. We're going to move that one just a little down, mainly so we have a separation of two that we can feed into that. And then we need coal as well, which we'll put over here. All right, so this is going to come down over here, and it's just going to feed in like that. This one's going to feed in there, and then this bad boy will just feed up and into there. I don't think we're going to need more than one of these. If we do, we can obviously route these a whole bunch of ways to do more, but I'm not totally convinced we need that right now. You know what? We might as well just do it just because. So we'll get another pyrite mixer, and we're going to put it like that. And then we get all this stuff fired up here. All right, so this one's going to come over. And that guy's going to come there. This one's going to come over and drop down there. This one's going to come over and go like that. All right, I guess I just need to, to build all the stuff I need to be there. And we also got to figure out what's going on with all the junctions here, because there should be Junction City happening. All right, we need another junction right there. There we go. Okay, so this is feeding into there and also into there. This one's feeding there. And then this guy is feeding through here and down and into there. Beautiful. Okay, happy with that. And then we have our pyrite stuff that we can do things with. We'll just feed that into a vault for right now, I guess. I think that makes the most sense for right now. We'll add on a rotary pump over here. And then we can have this just come straight on down and into there, along with one of those bad boys. And we're not expecting anything to happen because we don't have power for all of that, so we're going to bring over some power. And I know I can click, hold, and drag. I just prefer to place them for whatever reason. I like doing that much more. So now we have that rolling along. Now I guess I need to get power down to these guys too. And I know I don't need to use a water extractor here, but I'm going to anyway, just because. We have thorium, there's a little oil around here. There's a lot of stuff to be pretty excited about here. I probably should have just brought this one over and made it in the middle here, just because then we don't have to disrupt this area, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, so we're gonna get those two guys in there, and they're just gonna come up for right now. We'll figure out a pumping system to get them over there. But right now we need to make some silicon. So we're going to go in this guy, make the big crucible, and just double check it needs sand, pyrite, and that. So we'll be able to hopefully put on two of these is the plan here. And then we'll feed those both into a vault. I think that will work. And then we can have a launch pad or two and an unloader to feed those. All right, that should work. So we'll get this all established. So 1, 2, 3. I actually only need to build one of these setups. But I'm just going to do it all because I'm an idiot. Alright, we recaptured sector 226, which is great news for us. And then I can do all of that. Okay. So this one, and then I just need to feed all these straight down. Oh, hold on. What do I need to do here? Yeah, I need to feed. So that's going down like that. We actually don't need to feed all these down. We'll figure that out in a moment. I'll get that all fixed up here in a sec. That should be a junction. Okay. So this one here, I think, is going to be our feeder for the pyrite that we're going to have. And I guess I need to put an unloader there. There we go. All right, that looks good. Next one we're going to put in is going to be, I guess we can put sand pretty much anywhere if we wanted to. So we're going to do something stupid and put like tons of it on there. And we're going to have it feed in from the top. And go in like that. All right, all right. Then that's going to feed in like that. And now we're going to add on a nice big impulse pump because I want to get all of these drills and all of this stuff fully functioning with full on water and all that stuff. So we'll do that. And then I'm going to have a little splitter for this, a little splitter for that. I guess we really don't need to have that there anymore. Let's do that, that. And then we can have this area here like so. And boom, ba-doom. All right, and then we just need to provide power to, you know, all this stuff. And they're going to launch over to one of our depot areas. Let's go to that depot and select that. There we go. That should work. As long as our numbers there are staying the same or going up slightly, we're good. And everything else looks like it's flowing through just lovely. All right. Happy with that. Let's go through and take a look at what else we have. We need graphite. So we definitely have, that one's easy. That's one of the easiest ones we can do. So we're going to get just a rotary pump, I think. It's not necessary. I do need to build some power as well here. So we're going to pause the construction of that stuff. Find a little thorium hotspot. That's lead. There's a little thorium over here, wasn't there? A little bit more right here. So that's going to be our next spot to do this at. All right, so we'll get our air blast drill put in. We'll provide it with all the water it's going to need. And then we're going to go up like this. And power-wise, it's going to be RTD Generator City right along there. All right. There we go. Those are now firing up, and our power problem should be solved here, hopefully in a moment. Getting ever closer. There we go. We're on the plus side. We're just going to throw in more because we're definitely going to make more production here. But our whole goal right now is just to make as much production as we can. That's what I want to do. So this thing's loading up. And then they fire off and it unloads as it gets in there and does its thing. It takes 100 items, so every time this loads up, this thing gets knocked down and goes and does its thing. Awesome. All right. Graphite's time. So we need to go in and make our graphite multi-press. This one just needs water and coal, and it outputs lots of fun stuff. So we're just gonna, let's see, where do we want to do this at? Because I could be cool and just kind of put it along the water here. And then I can just supply all of these things with the pumps they need. That, I kind of dig that idea. And then this can come up here. Got 1, 2, 3. Boop, boop, doop. And then all of that is going to flow out. Like so. And we're just going to put that into a vault for right now as well. Okay. I mean, we're producing plenty to go with that, which I love. And this one here, we actually don't need, we can just make this come over earlier on. And we can feed this bad boy right in there if we need to. I'm going to continue to solve that problem just a little more. There we go. And this guy, we're going to split off a little bit of coal from this area because we're using, or we're making a ton for it we don't need. And we're just going to come up like so and enter into that area. And this place is flying along with all this. Oh, we don't have water though. It'll go faster. There we go. All right, now we should be moving. Yeah, now they're starting to speed up a bit. I'm going to take away that water source because we don't need it. We have all of that we need. Oof, we're going to have to split this off here. Have that flood in. We'll get rid of that for right now. I guess we'll put it back in. So we're doing beautifully there. Put in a couple areas for this to happen. And hopefully we'll be able to launch all these bad boys out quickly and easily. Now there's also an area of, I really want to make sure like we're good on all of the things. So I'm going to make another area here of aerostructures just for this particular spot of the copper. Bring a little water over. And I guess we'll feed that right into a vault. Not an unloader, a vault. And then there'll be an unloader here and potentially one there. And then we can have some launch pads there as well. And let's just see, this is going up. So I think we're gonna actually, let's move those guys out of the way. There we go. That's not really going up. That's staying pretty consistent, so I'm happy with that. We might do the same thing with titanium. There's just a lot we could do with this area. I really, really dig this area because it just gives us lots of options of things that we can do. With that said, we also have this area over here that we need to pay attention to. So we have silicon that we set up with titanium, lead, and copper. And that's going to allow us to build more surge. So I don't know how I want to kind of design this to split off. I want to kind of do it out here so we have a bigger space, because I feel like surge needs a lot of space to be able to function. I'm sure there's way better ways to do this, but I don't know what they are. So we have surge here. And I'm going to try to set up some main like beltways or something for just things to be able to come up or off of, so we can kind of figure out some more stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's going to be for one of those lines. This one is going to exist right there. And eventually we're going to space these out so they're every other, but for right now, I just want them to get set up in there. This one we can just bring straight up, and this one we can bring over and up, I believe. So I'm gonna bring this guy up here like so. We have that, and then this one come here, go one more over, and then we'll bring that up and snake it in here like so. Okay. So I think that's all we need for that stuff. I actually want to bring this down farther. There is a method to my madness. There isn't always, but for right now there is. Alright, but what I can do here is I can also throw in some more presses, or drills there, just to try to fill that space up a little more. Alright, now let's take a look and see how we can best optimize this. This is 3 long, so, and then 1 coming in from the side. So if I build the one from the side like this, coming in, Air Force, just go over there for right now, please. Thank you. All right, so if we have that coming in, actually, let's make it come in from the other side just so we have more space. All right, so 2, 3, and then this one, well, I guess B4 coming in like that. So if I can set something up that works here, I'm going to be really happy. So we'll do that, do that, do that, and do that. And then we'll junction across. Junction there, junction there, junction there. Okay. Alright, so that means I need to have this line feed into there. This line is going to feed into there. This line will feed into there, and this line is going to feed into that. Now, does that all work? That's the question. Because it's cool if it works, and if it's cool if it looks nice, but I would need it to work in actuality, which it looks like it's going to. Okay. Okay. So now what I should be able to do is just make copies of this thing if I did this correct, right? So I put that right there. I'm going to have to separate it by 1, I think. And bridge them across. Alright. That all looks good. We're going to need to fix this production area here, which we can absolutely do. But let's have that all flow into a nice vault here. There we go. Alright, that's going to keep counting up. We're going to need to do better on this end of things. Although I could just pull some of that stuff, but I don't want to do that right now. And copper, we need to do a better job with copper as well. Alright, and then this one we need to continue off and have that be part of the vault that goes up there. So we're going to have this come up here, then split across. Then it's going to come all the way up here. Then it's going to go like that. And I don't think we're going to need more than 2 for right now, so we're just going to have that all. We can just feed into that line, I think. This game's complicated, man. There's a lot that you could choose to do and a lot you could choose not to do. It's fun and frustrating. All right, so let's set up what is it called? Jesus. I'm sorry. Pyrite, that's what I'm looking for. I need pyrite. All right, so we'll get that. Get some water set up for it. How are we doing power-wise? We're doing just fine. Well, we're not doing just fine. We're surviving. All right, so we have that. There's a big lead production area over there, so we're gonna bring this, not that one. I'm gonna bring this up and over, and then we should be able to use the phase conveyor, correct? There we go. Okay, then we're gonna put in another air blast drill for that and get some water for it. And then we just need some sand. So we'll put that right there. And again, a little bit of water for it. And then we need our pyrite mixer, which is going to exist right there and right there. And we should, I can just make, hold on. I should just be able to make copies of this. I'm trying to get better, folks. I promise. I really am. So let's go over. Where's my pyrite set up here? Yeah, that's not good enough. That's not how I want it set up. This area, beautiful. Love the setup. This one, not so much. All right, so pyrite mixer. Let's get back into it. Here and here. All right. So this one, this line in particular is going to bring that to both sides there. That's going to come in there and there. And then this one's going to come over. And it'll be something like that. Alright, so what does this one need to be? That needs to be... No. This one needs to be... Oops. Alright, let's go through... There we go. Okay. And then we just need the sand. Alright, again, we're just going to feed this all into vaults. I don't know why I think vaults are like the cat's pajamas all of a sudden, but I really dig being able to use them for stuff. And what are we lacking over here? Why are we not producing? Is our vault full? Heck yeah! So if I, that's another question I have. If I stack vaults, do they automatically share capacity? Because that would be awesome. No, they do not. Okay. So let's set 2 unloaders. Why can I? Is there one there? Okay. Unloader there. All right. And then we'll set up another line of vaults here. Now, is this completely crazy, or is this like a legitimate way to go through and increase production of things? Oh, no. Okay, it's not unloading. Okay, it's not unloading right next to it because it needs a, it's going to need one of these. And we're also down on power right now, it looks like. No, we're okay. We just don't have... No, it has all the resources it needs. Okay, it's just we don't have the ability to actually make more. All right, so vault and vault. You guys can come help me now. Thank you. All right, so that's all flowing in there beautifully. And now we got to figure out what we're going to do, because this is not going to be sustainable here. This is getting built up. If we have more of everything that we need there. Beautiful. Okay, so we can get another round of copper, or excuse me, coal there. We'll get another air blast drill over here along with some water source. And then we can go into our factories and build a silicon crucible. And we're just going to grab 2 of those. And we're essentially just going to feed everything straight into it. So I'm just going to again build these out, and then I can make a copy. If I did it right, which is always questionable. I know I'm putting extra stuff on there that I don't need and I don't really care. It just makes me feel better. All right, and then these are gonna flow from here down here and just get dumped into that. And that should function. All right. Oh, I also need to copy that spot. Okay. So I can do that. My unloader can just go right there. Perfect. This is going to flow up and go into there. And then this is going to flow up and go into there. And we'll just unload everything. And then we just need some more or additional power for all of that stuff. Losing lots of power. So we're going to go down to here and make more. All right, so let's see. How do we want to do this? We're just going to go straight down, I think, for right now. We're going to go into power, get some more RTD generators. And then we're just going to make sure that they are all fed fully. I don't know what all that is. Let me just go back and fix that because it's bothering me. And we're back on the big time plus side of power. This whole area is now fully established with that. There's a coal area down, or copper area that we can mine out. And we're going to bring that over to our other side here, I think. As long as we can route this through here without any problems. Just go one more down so we avoid that. Okay, we can do all of that. Bring this up, over. This is this is a hot mess, and I love it. All right, we're gonna go like that. No, 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 no! Everything is ruined. I ruined everything. I'm sorry. All right, let me fix all of that. Let's see, is there any more silicon out there? Yeah, there still is. Okay. Let's see if we can do that again. Okay. There. All right, this is not what I wanted. All right, so we're going to try that again. We're going to bring that all across to here. And then that's going to go up. Okay. Oh, we need to... Oh, God, help us. Why is there so much of it? We're almost rid of it all, though. There we go. Okay. Now this area should be able to be built. And we have another supply of copper going to that spot. And hopefully we'll be good there. This bad boy is still filling up. But we've been lacking copper, which is stopping our production of this stuff. So hopefully that will be an issue of the past here momentarily. There we go. And we should be able to start pumping that stuff out. Okay. So next thing we need to do is we need to have our setup here. So we're going to have an unloader. All right, and let's see how this is going to work. So I'm going to put an unloader here, here, and here. We will feed these up and in, up and in, up and in, and then we're just going to stick some routers on there as well. What are we waiting on? Okay. Let's see. This is just such a huge map. I don't know what to do with all this space. There's so much room for activities here. And I'm digging it. Like, it's super cool looking. It's super fun to explore. I just don't know what to do with all this space. And hopefully we're doing the things that we're supposed to do. But I don't know if that's the case or not. Because what else do I need? We can do phase. So phase just requires thorium and sand. We have that in spades in this area, so we could do something with that. Although, I mean, our thorium's not like the strongest thorium in the world, but it does work. So like we have this area of thorium that we can grab right there. We might as well, right? It'd be crazy not to. Let's go take a look at our core, because we also do need to set up some other things. So I'm going to set those two there, and we're going to set an unloader, and then we'll set that. And I'm just going to set that as Plastanium only. Alright, get another unloader set up, and a couple of these bad boys for that. Nope, not that. And then these ones are going to be, what do we need? We have plenty of phase, so that can head out too. Uh-oh, we got another. Oh, we got, okay, nuclear production complex has been captured. Good. Alright. And to avoid this little turn, I could just make these a space there so that the opening would be there, and then I wouldn't have to worry. Oh, that's probably a good idea. Sometimes I think ahead of what I do. Or behind what I do. So my only reason for this is now that I can put another set of unloaders and bring that down, and it's not going to be a big deal. But we have so much phase that we could probably make quad launch pads and launch in there with no problems. Alright, we're going to do another unloader. That unloader is going to be what? What do we have feeding into our core right now? Copper? Sure. So that's going to flow out there. We're going to get our quad launch zones again, because I really like... Nope, not that one. I said not that one. I really like the idea of these quad launch zones, even though I don't think they're the most efficient ones out there. I like them. You're going to do the same thing for iron. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's going to be our iron. We go. Metaglass will leave here. Graphite we can leave here. Thorium we can toss out of here if we wanted to. And can I get one more launch pad? I can, yes. Alright. I like how productive we've been here. We've gotten a lot of stuff kind of sort of maybe sorted out. I don't really know. The other one that we need to take a look at is Plastanium, because that has oil, and we have oil, we have titanium, so we can very easily get that one set and out of here. So if we put on an impulse pump, pull 105 max out of there. If I do this, so 1, 2, 3, I could probably get a little more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's going to give me much more than what the other one was. And then we'll just join all that stuff together, and we'll put it into a liquid tank here until we figure out exactly what we want to do. This one here, I think I'm going to decouple that, and that will go over and be part of our Plastanium compressor area, which is going to be... I don't have a ton of room that I'm in love with here, so maybe something like this over here. Alright, and then I just need to figure out exactly how I want to feed all of this stuff. So I have a Plastanium compressor. How many of these, what do they take first off? 15 a second, so that means each one of these can feed 3. So we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's start with that. That seems like a lot to me. So we'll try to see if that works or not. And then we'll just put in all of those. Get that in there like so and feed all of this down. And then all right, does that work? Well, I guess we'll find out here in a moment, won't we? All right, let's see what that does. It's feeding down to the 1, but not to everything else. Okay. So let's rework all this and try to find the solution that works best for us. So Plastanium compressor. Put that there. This very simply we know works. That is fine. Okay, so that works there. All right, so we have that. If I have a bridge, all right, it's just going to need to be like that, I guess. All right, but if I get rid of this, okay, why wasn't it working before? All right, we'll feed that in. Let's see if we can copy this area here a bit more. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. All right. So out here we'll set up our piping infrastructure. Get all of this put in there. I realize I could have made copies of all this. Leave me alone. Alright, we have all of that. All of that can go up that way. Let's bring in some new power. And what are you lacking? Oh, we just don't have enough titanium. Okay. Well, we can definitely solve that problem. We have plenty of titanium to work with here. More than I actually even realized. So, let's see. That seems like our highest odds. So we'll go there. I'll bring us over here. There we go. Okay. And I like that our copper, even though we're shipping stuff out, is staying relatively stable for us. So that means that we have plenty coming into the core, and we're also losing just as much. The lead we're definitely losing more than what's coming in, because I don't think we have any coming in, but it's fine. We have stuff being flown in, so it's getting a little bit balanced out. And what I think this is going to be for us here is this is going to be another depot, because there's just so much stuff here that we can export out. And be hopefully useful for everything. So we're going to hopefully have another depot here. So if I go to map, I look at sectors, this is sector 7. Let's rename this. How did I do them before? Okay, so sector 7 dash depot. Hit OK. There we go. All right. So we have this guy now as another depot that we can use to send to fight and help us out. And hopefully, with all the stuff that we have coming in and being used here, because we have copper galore for this area, I think we can actually set up another. Maybe we'll put a line of launch pads somewhere over here. So we get 3 launch pads. That should work. Don't do it on loader. It's just going to be copper. It's all going to float in there like so. And boop, ba-doop. Alright, I'm happy with all of this so far. There's definitely, like, there's tons. We can just set graphite up for days, but I'm thrilled that we're actually producing this stuff here. This is great. We need even more titanium. We have bits around, so we're going to try to take advantage of it. Oof, that's a dangerous one right there. So let's see, can we bring, yeah, we can. Okay, let's bring this up here and then over. Alright, so we have that. Then, how far does this let us go? Heck yeah. So we'll do that. We're going to bring us up into that area. Oh, I was almost perfect. There we go. There we go. We're in more titanium flowing up. And let's see if we can set that off. That's not going to work, is it? Bummer. Alright, so that's not working the way I wanted it to. Let's just have this float into there like so. And we'll figure out another solution to that. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, let's get rid of this and this. They don't need to be friends. Alright, so those bottom two are going to be fed by just that. So we have 1, 2, 3. Let's feed this one too with the same setup. I'm just going to do this because I don't know what's going on with these, so I'm just going to try to make it as easy as possible. There we go. Okay. It's weird how this one works. Sometimes it doesn't work other times. I don't know what's going on. Can I just pull it out of here? Nope. So we're just going to make another transition there and feed more in. And now we're maxing out our Plastanium, which is nice. We got surge being made farther down, being sent out. We have no phase being made, but it's all the phase that we currently have is being sent out. We could definitely make phase pretty easily. But overall, I'm very happy. This is a... Oh, we need power. But beyond that, I mean, we're producing and you can see there's lots of stuff to have in this particular scenario, which I'm a big fan of. So we're going to do something like this. Power-wise, we get more RTG generators. Just line the corridors with them. And then we'll power all these bad boys up. And we're not on the plus side of power. Wow, we're using a ton of power. Okay, so we need to do even more. The other thing I could do is in power, we could get an impact reactor. It requires some blast compound and cryofluid, but if you take a look at the power that makes 7,800 units of power per second, that's a lot. It needs cryofluid, yes, and we need blast compound, so I need to remember how to build a blast compound. So blast mixer is what? Pyrite and a spore pod. Oh god, that's so much. we have pyrite. Spore pods are easy to make, I believe. Because the cultivator, all we have to do is put in water and we get spore pods. Okay. And then we also have titanium over here. So I think we could do it. All right, so let's see. If we do something like that, I put a couple of cultivators along here, along with a couple of these bad boys, just feeding water into those so we can get that stuff out. Okay, that's fine. This one we're gonna have to unload here and bring it out that way. Okay, and the other blast compound thing that we needed was... Oh, we just need spore pods and pyrite. Cool. Alright, so we'll feed those in like so. And we'll just make sure that we have enough of all of the things for all of the stuff. Alright, and we're going to feed that into a vault for right now so we can at least take advantage of that. And then we need to make cryofluid. So cryofluid's easy to make. You just need to mix some water. Let me just double check before I say that. It's been a while since I've done some of this stuff. So I take titanium and water. Okay, that's not a big deal. We have titanium way over here, and we have more of it over here. Which one is easiest for us to get? And we also have this area here, which I think is what we'll probably just branch off of that for right now. So do that. It's going to branch somewhere out this way. And we're going to have 2 cryofluid mixers. So we need 1 and 2. Alright, we're going to use a rotary pump to get these guys doing their thing. So it looks like that. These are going to feed in here like so. And then that can all feed into a tank somewhere over here maybe? I don't really know. Alright, so that's being produced. Beautiful. Now we can go in and get our power really, hopefully established here with an impact reactor. I'm just going to make sure it's away from things in case, you know, it doesn't work. Alright, that's good. That's good. And blast compound. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, cryofluid. And look at our power. As this thing gets spooled up, it should start going down rapidly. The power output now is finally being put to service. Our power issues have been largely solved at this point. Still not anywhere close. I don't like the surging of the cryofluid. So if we put another line there, does that solve that problem? It's still not all the way warmed up. Goodness gracious. But we're making one heck of a factory area here. Power still spooling up. We're on the big time plus side, and I'm very happy. We just need to figure out what we're going to do as we continue to move through here. We have plenty of stuff to do. If you take a look at our resources, they're still going up massively, so we have lots that we can do here. I think we might do some more unloaders of some things. So like thorium, we can put on a couple more of our very favorite launch areas here. I'm only going to do 3 because that's all I have space for, quite honestly. But we can have that flow down here and over and go into there like so. Let's see, what else do we have a lot of? Graphite and silicon. Cool. All right, yeah. We'll get those in there. So I'll get some more unloaders. So this one is going to be for graphite. This one is going to be for silicon. And then we're going to need another one, I think, for metaglass. It's the only, we're not making any metaglass, but we also don't really need a lot of it for this particular area, I don't think. So I'll do something like that. Get those fed. And let's see. So 1, 2, 3. Nope, not that one. I always misclick the 1. I don't know why, but I just do it every time. And it drives me crazy. But I can't help it. I just do it. Alright, so this one's going to come down. And we'll snake it up and in there like so. And then hopefully we have space for into a third one there. Alright. We can do unloader, what it's going to be for metaglass. I love the launching sequence. It's very violent. It just shakes the screen when it goes. Okay. But there we go. Look at this. Look at this. This is gorgeous of how much stuff is flying out of this place. We have all of that. This thing is maintained. So we're at 6,300 as far as our power output. Not sure why it's not the 7. It was advertised at 7,800, right? Okay, really doesn't matter. We have plenty of power now, and we have these gorgeous belt systems. So I think that wraps us up here. If we take a look here, we have, I want to do one of these 2 extreme enemy bases. So we have 129 and Sector 70. I still want to stay away from the eradication bases because they scare the crap out of me, and I don't know how to handle them yet. But one of these 2 I think is coming next. Probably this one, just because we're right on the edge of it, and we have a depot there. Well, folks, that will wrap us up for today. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode here of Mindustry. As always, your comments are appreciated, read, and welcomed. And hopefully I act on the ones that make sense to me. Some of you guys say stuff that I don't understand. So I try to do my best. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. And you have a great rest of your day, week, whatever. And I'll see you next time. We're just going to solve this one problem real fast where we need a junction there so we stop getting silicon into our belts there. All right, folks, thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.